What was your input for that?
Dude, this is crazy that it interpolated what we do on the podcast, because I just said make a song about Joey and Addy doing a podcast. I didn't say anything about filmmaking or AI. I don't know how I figured it out.
The song itself was whatever, but now knowing that you didn't really give it much context is...
Yikes.
It's weirder.
It is sentient after all.
All right. Welcome back to Denoised. Addy, how you doing?
Hey, good. Let's get into it.
I got a couple new open source models, your favorite thing, that I think you've been playing around with, right?
I do love me some open source models. Look, not because the quality is the best. I think in a lot of cases, in most cases, I think Nano Banana Pro today will probably be the quality. Why I think open source models are so important for the community and the industry as a whole is because these are the models that move and inch each one of us forward in terms of testing, learning, building other things, and sort of modifying, working in Comfy. So it's really important for everybody to play around with open source models. And I think there's limitations on how much you can run locally, and that's probably one of the biggest reasons why open source models are just not able to compete with API models, which tend to be much, much larger.
I have begun a new appreciation for open source stuff, though. I'm messing around with OpenClaw because token costs are a real issue. And like, if there was an equivalent that could run on local hardware, then that's a huge plus. Like Kimi, right. But then the challenge is to run the big enough models that can like have the same performance as OpenAI or Claude. You need like a really beefy machine. So
yeah, and I think in the future we're going to see two things. We're going to see the model sort of come down in size, or at least be the same size and just be much, much better, right? Because things just get more efficient over time. The other thing is hopefully once all the data centers are being built out, like we're going to get access to Blackwell GPUs and Rubin GPUs and stuff in the future. So then our own desktops and Mac Minis and things like that could be much, much more powerful.
All right. So first one that you saw, this one's from a new company we haven't heard of, FireRed, from the FireRed team. This is new, out of left field. So what have you seen with this one?
Yeah, so FireRed is an open source model specifically built for image editing. So this is, I think, the first wave of image models was text to image, right? Make the generation happen fully synthetic. And now that we have been playing around with image editing for a few years now the challenge is, okay, I've already generated a thing, or I have a thing already. I took a photograph, or I have this graphic. How do I make small changes? And then how do I have high quality with that and consistency with that? So this is, I think, specifically built for image editing, the same way Nano Banana is just really good at editing images. The change here is, of course, it's open source, so you can download the weights and then throw it into Comfy, or, you can build your own sort of OpenClaw-like agent that just runs this in the background as an image generation.
Yeah, and sort of the other equivalent to this open source at the time was Qwen, right? So this is sort of the next other option that would be like Qwen level.
I believe this is also a Chinese company. So not much info about the folks that actually made the FireRed model, other than the fact that it's made by a team called FireRed. So we don't know nationality, team size, sort of business justification and all of that stuff. But so far, some of the images that I've been seeing, I would put it as good as ZImage Turbo, perhaps somewhere between ZImage Turbo and Qwen 2511.
In their acknowledgements page, they said they would like to thank the developers of other amazing open source projects, including Qwen Image.
Oh, interesting.
So you think maybe related teams, split off teams. Just said a lot of these models come from from teams from other companies that split off and then built their own model.
Yeah, the other thing that Alibaba is really good at is developing frameworks for their models. So, for example, the Alibaba models like WAN, all of the WAN video models use an architecture called VACE, V-A-C-E. And that is something that is open source. So you can build other video models that leverage that same type of framework. So perhaps the Qwen models have a framework that is shareable and editable, and then the FireRed team is just using it. It's sort of like building a kit car, so most of the chassis and the engine are already there. You're just building on top of that.
So you got a chance to mess with this, right?
Yeah.
What have you found? And I've got some sample images up from their demo page.
So FireRed, did I send you a FireRed image? Because I thought I sent you the other one.
I don't remember.
Actually, yes, I did mess with FireRed. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is an image that I made with FireRed. This is something I use over and over as my litmus test. 1970s busy street in New York.
And you're just doing text to image.
Text to image, like novel generation. Yeah. So some of the things that I look for is, do the cars look messed up? Obviously, they don't look like any of the model. Like that's maybe a Pinto in the front.
It doesn't look like American car.
Yeah.
Looks like a London taxi.
Yeah, right.
Here.
So like these are obviously errors. And then having a busy street with a bunch of people is really difficult. So then you go into and see if the people look real. And of course, the New York City skyline in the back, what does that look like? And of course, the overall vibe and mood, is it gritty? Is it dirty? Is it urban? So I use the same script on, I use the same prompt on Nano Banana 1 as well as Nano Banana Pro. And now I'm using it on all of my image testing. So here it feels like it's Z image-esque quality. Like it's like maybe 75% there, but certainly not Nano Banana Pro quality.
No, I mean, I see like none of the text is rendered normally. All the cars here on the side are kind of blending together. So yeah, it's got the vibe of it, but nothing. You look at the traffic, like a lot of the details, nothing about this is New York specific.
Yeah, and I think we did this test with Seedance, the latest Seedance. Was it 4? That came out recently?
4.5.
4.5, yeah. So this is about the same quality as Seedance 4.5, I would say. Which is, I mean, it's still nothing to like shake a stick at, because image models are getting better and better, and they're becoming more and more available as an open source model. So it's all good.
It's interesting on their demo, on their image of like demographics, because it seems like it also has some like world knowledge and logic, because some of the examples were, please correct the errors in this image, and it's a blue colored pencil with a red line, and then it changes it to a blue line.
Oh, interesting.
And then same with this other one that's a tricycle with triangle wheels, and the prompt was just please correct the errors in this image, and then it changes the triangle wheels to round wheels. So that's interesting that it has more, that it seems like it's beyond just a diffusion model to like make modifications that you specify.
Absolutely.
It has like world understanding.
Yeah, some of the newer models are using two things. They're using a VLM to a visual language model to read the image to figure out what the contents are and how it's placed and all that. And then once that is understanding and seeing it, then that logic goes into an LLM to then correct it, to then mitigate it. And then that instruction out of LLM goes back into the image model to...
Can you spell that?
LLM. Yeah, my tongue is not working today, so it's
LMNOP,
just too cold in LA. Yeah.
We're cold-blooded animals. We like freeze in place with
under
when
60 degrees in LA. It's too cold, man. Yeah, we're in the 40s right now.
Yeah. And it's raining again.
There, I used the weather as an excuse.
What were you saying? Oh, LLMs.
Yeah, so there's like a loop where, and this is how I'm guessing it's architected. Obviously, we don't know. We don't have the actual architecture. We just have the weights. But a VLM will read and see the image. That logic will go into an LLM to take action. The action will then go back to the diffusion model to generate or regenerate.
Oh, cool. I mean, this is... Anything else you want to add about this? Or?
No, we got a couple more models. Yeah, this is the week.
We do have a couple more models, but this is a good one. Yeah, honestly, I mean, it's always good to have options too, because also, like, as we're talking about with everything, with these benchmarks and stuff, and there was like, oh, the benchmarks are the best. But so many of the times, it's like, what are you trying to do, and what model is the best for that? So, like, I think this whole like just general like it's the best model at like everything is never the case. It's always just like, what are you trying to do and what's the best model for that? So having more options, especially in the open source area, like besides Quen, is always good. And the other one.
Yeah, and also, I don't know if the researchers build it this way or not. They probably don't. They want every model to be general purpose and just good at everything. But in real world use, you find that this model is better at cities and landscapes. This model is better at people. Mm-hmm. This model is better at text. And it just happens to be that, you know, there are specialized use cases that the community sort of just kind of finds out about.
Yeah, or style transfer. Like they did call that out specifically, that like it scored super high in style transfer. So, yeah, you know, it depends what you're trying to do.
Yeah, it's specifically on the style transfer, I'll say that the architecture has to be quite it has to be quite different from a general diffusion model. Like you have to know the structure of the image different from the texture and the fine detail of the image, and those two have to kind of ride their separate lane in order for you to create styles convincingly. So I think this is architected from the ground up to have better style transfers.
Yeah. All right, cool. Next up, what you had Recraft flagged V4.
Yeah, so I'm on Comfy Cloud, and they send weekly newsletters. Shout out to Comfy for doing that. And they just sent out this newsletter saying, hey, Recraft V4 is now on Comfy Cloud. So I'm like, I've never heard of it. So I go check it out, and I generate a bunch of stuff, and it is the most Instagrammable model to date. It's like everything just comes out cool, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at this image, and like the text is sharp. Her, like, it looks like an Instagram pose, and she's holding a sign that says Recraft V4 is now in ComfyUI, and it's all super sharp and super bright and colorful. And
yeah, I call it the hype beast model. Like everybody's just super cool.
Yeah, I mean, everything here looks, I mean, my only weird issue is like it looks like New York, but the license plates look like Europe. But besides that, like compared to what we just saw with FireRed, way more coherent and consistent.
Yeah, and I think this model is particularly going to be good at humans. Like single subject humans. So the stuff that you generally see on social media marketing and things like that, like, you know, somebody really cool wearing some sneakers that aren't meant to be $300. So I think for those kinds of things, this is probably a purpose-built model. And they specifically state that this is an enterprise or professional grade model, which means probably that it's very customizable.
I was gonna say, does that mean just it's more expensive for a generation?
Yes, that too.
But I will call out, because I just noticed this, SVG output. So it could do vector output, which they said they're the only ones. And I believe that, because I've not seen anyone. It's really hard to find a model that will just do a transparent PNG output, let alone I have not seen anything that could do a vector output. So that's good too.
As far as I know, the way that this is done is you take the output from pixel space, and then you're doing a conversion from pixel space to vector space. However, if these guys have figured out natively from latent space into vector space, then that would be something novel and new.
Okay. See, look, I'm learning stuff from you, Addy. I'm taking a note because I'm working on a project, and I've needed transparent assets, and I've been trying to find models that can make that. The only one I could find was ChatGPT Image 1.5, but now it's okay. All right, now I'm going to try this one. See, look. I learned something too. I took a note down for this. I'm going to try it after we're done.
Dude, my secret weapon with like stuff like that has been Photoshop with Nano Banana integration. It's been solid.
To make something transparent?
Just, whatever edits or modifications you want to do that's like a Photoshop-esque task, you could just bring it into Photoshop and just have Nano Banana like mask it out and give you a transparency.
That's good. Yeah, that's good for one-offs. I need something that has API to do it at scale.
All right, Mr. Scale. I only do 1,000 at a time. Thank you.
None of this manual hand process work.
Yeah.
API is
running 15 my agents are running 15 companies on OpenClaw.
Yeah. My OpenClaw doesn't know how to use Photoshop. It only knows APIs.
Hey, quick segue. Did you see some of the OpenClaw updates where it's like, I built a company and Elon is the CEO and Warren Buffett's the CFO, and here they're they're like building a whole org chart.
No, I didn't see that one. I did see like
what? Okay,
a quick update of the guy, I can't remember his name right now, but who developed OpenClaw. OpenAI hired him. I don't know if you saw that one.
Yes.
Yeah, they hired him. I mean, OpenClaw is still going to be open source. They got him, which is also ironic since he initially called it Claudebot. And then Anthropic was like, change your name. And then he changed it to OpenClaw. And OpenAI is like, you're hired.
I like the name. Come on in.
Okay, Recraft. Cool. One other model. What else we got? Oh, another one for ByteDance.
Yes. So ByteDance drops the Quen models, right? And
no, Alibaba.
As well as the
Alibaba.
Sorry, ByteDance.
Quen is...
ByteDance's lab Seed drops Seedance and Seed Dream models. However, this is not either of them.
Yes. Also,
this is BitDance.
Seedance and Dream are not open source. But I think this new one, BitDance, is...
Yes, you're right. The seed models are not open source.
Yeah, seed models are not. ByteDance dropped new open source image model, BitDance.
I love how it just says better than Quen and Z-Image. Like, that's their marketing.
I mean, this is from an AI search Twitter account. Gotcha. So, I would take the Twitter hype with a grain of a lot of salt.
I mean, I'm guilty of this too. Sometimes I say this model's better than that, but in reality, better at what?
Exactly. Like going back to what we said, it's like better at what you're trying to do. But some of these demos, quality wise, the humans can look a bit AI-y, but text rendering and a lot of this stuff looks pretty good.
I disagree. I think the text stuff is just a little too texty. Like it looks like it conforms to the font too well. Like that farmer's market board should be a chalk.
My level of good was, can I read it and understand what it's saying for this?
No, dude, we're way beyond that.
Compared to Red Fire or whatever, at least this text comes out. FireRed, this text comes out legible.
Yeah. It's too legible.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. It's too it looks like you this board looks like I took an image of a whiteboard and went into Word and then typed in a marker font. Team meeting at 3 p.m. Don't be late. Like it doesn't look like someone actually wrote that with a whiteboard. And this, I get what you're saying. This doesn't look. This farmers market chalkboard sign doesn't look like someone actually drew it with chalk. It looks like a chalk font.
And these are the dead giveaways to what is AI generated or not, right? Like the normal eye can pick these up. They're like, something's off there.
Yeah.
Like you could never arrange flower to be this perfect, right? Like just conform to the lines of that BitDance flower font thing.
This is maybe my new favorite image.
Is that a Shiba Inu?
I think a corgi with a ferocious corgi with a like a Mortal Kombat warrior. Yeah, look, it's an open source model. I think it's their first. Who does Z-Image? They don't do Z-Image. Is Z-Image them? No.
Yeah, so I think this is outside of the Seed Lab. Seed Lab is like their R&D lab. Yeah. So BitDance model would be maybe another team, another lab, another place somewhere. But ByteDance is a huge company.
Mm-hmm. Good on the model updates.
Yeah, good on the image models. So folks, keep trying out new image models. Send us some feedback, and we'll try to generate some more here.
This was kind of on our prediction card-ish, but not the company we thought. So Foundry, the maker of Nuke, one of the industry standard compositing software, just acquired Griptape, an AI node-based platform to integrate with their software and sort of this, AI centric strategy. I had not heard of Griptape before, but looking into it, it seems like it's a very node-based, initially targeting enterprise clients, but from my quick glance of like what it did, very similar node-based ideas to like stuff that we've talked about.
Yeah, this is giving me straight up Invoke vibes or Weedy vibes, where it's like a very professional grade node-based system for AI work. However, it's not ComfyUI. It's not like to the level of that granularity. It's still very much user-friendly.
I don't know. You think? I mean, looking at their Griptape's website, even on their header, start creating visually, script with Python when you want. So, I mean, the fact that they're offering coding and scripting in the node-based app leads me to believe it does offer a lot of granularity, but I've never used it, so I can't say for sure.
Yeah, I mean, if it's going to integrate with like a product like Nuke, it would have to be of the highest caliber of tinkering and control.
Yeah.
Right? So in that case, I would think absolutely there's scripting involved and custom nodes involved. It's interesting. I mean, it makes total sense, right? Nuke is probably the most well-known node-based tool in the VFX arsenal, and people have been integrating some AI stuff with Nuke. It's happening already. I've seen demos of it. But for them to go all in on a AI native node-based tool and then maybe retrofit that into existing Nuke, I think that would be the plan.
Yeah, I would guess like you have Nuke nodes, and then some of those nodes are AI that can generate background elements or just other elements that you need. There's already like integration with Beeble when you're like doing relighting and getting their various passes and then bringing that into Nuke. So something in that realm that kind of just keeps everything in one spot that you can just call up different models and nodes and generate things. Yeah, no, it makes sense.
It's a good move.
Yeah. I think my prediction was ComfyUI gets acquired. And I was like, maybe by Foundry.
Dude, that was my prediction.
Was that your prediction?
No, Comfy getting acquired was my prediction. You said Foundry. I disagreed.
I think we both had that prediction, or the Comfy thing, and then I was like, Foundry, and then you're like, no.
Okay, I think it's going to be someone like AWS or some like non-VFX player.
Or they just, I mean, they raise some money. Maybe they just stay independent, open source. Hey, Comfy Anonymous, if you want to come talk to us, drop some hints, come on the show. Comfy Satoshi.
Comfy Satoshi. They're making a Satoshi movie with AI. Did you see that?
I saw bits about that, yeah. I've been seeing more and more stuff.
You don't seem too excited.
Out about. I've seen more on the overall thing I keep seeing is more like movie announcements that involve some part of AI in the workflow as part of the announcement. Fine. Yeah, which I mean, we've known it's going to go this way. People kind of like get some weird freak out, but it's like, there was a link. I had it saved. I think it's in the newsletter, but it was, basically one film's going into production that's going to, rely heavily on just sort of like gray or blue screen box and generate the environments around the people, which, it's like you still have actors and it's just generated environments, which we've talked about this for a long time.
There's going to be 3 lanes of movie production with AI, at least in the near future that I see. First lane is exactly what you just said. It's like performance-driven hybrid. Mm-hmm. So people are still people using real cameras, but then that goes into background replacement, relighting, all that stuff. Second lane is fully synthetic, and we're seeing a lot of testing with that. It's like the stuff that Dave Clark puts out, right? Like the people are synthetic, the background, everything is art-directed with AI. Mm-hmm. Third lane is animation, but I think keyframes are important. So the keyframes and some of the pose control is still manual and hand done, but then obviously no rendering, right? It's all
in-betweener stuff is the AI.
Yep. Yeah. So that's like the Kuko thing that Paul Trillo did. Yeah. So that's a good example.
Yeah, that's a good example. Yeah. No, I think, but going back to the Foundry and Nuke, I think it's a good play. I'm curious to see how they integrate AI into Foundry, into Nuke.
Yeah, big fans of the Foundry. Yeah. Shout out to our homies there.
Yeah. All right. Third story. Google Gemini has gotten into the music generation game with Lyria 3. You've been having fun with this.
It's fun. It's quick. Much quicker than like Suno or maybe even 11 Labs. Like it generates in like a few seconds, and the quality, to me, a non-music person, is pretty damn good. So I generated a 3 just to kind of show you guys what we got here. Okay. Do you have it queued up, Joey?
Yeah, let me play it. But covering what it does, one thing that stood off, again, just quickly kind of covering what I thought was interesting and unique about it, because it's not just text to music or music restyling. You could also give it other inputs like slide decks and videos and images, and just use that as sort of the inspiration and kind of see what happens.
Right. It's very much a complement to the Google suite of products like VO and Nano Banana and Google Drive and everything else. Like you need a music companion for your deck to kind of help present the thing that you want to do.
I'm saying is interesting is the inputs. What you give it is different than I've seen. Like you could just...
It's like a non-audio input.
Yeah, you give it a slide deck and be like, make a song about this and see how it interprets that. I'm giving it to noise.
Yeah, and that goes directly with the Google ecosystem play, right? Like a lot of time, like if you ever make slides on...
Yeah, like if we're doing a notebook LM and it's like, hey, give me some background. Well, it does something. It doesn't just do background music. All right, let me show your examples and I'll show what I'm talking about.
Okay.
But first off, to use this, it's basically right now you just go into Gemini and you could hit on the bottom that you want to, in the tools, and that you want to make music. And so then that'll kind of shift it into music mode. All right, so Addy's...
Did you just throw our cover art in there?
Yeah, I'm going to see what it does.
This golden ring feels heavy stone. I rule this kingdom, yet I rule alone. A whispered thread on distant wind, the crushing weight of other men's sins. My blood for the realm and the northern sky, 1,000 hearts that cannot die. I bear the crown of shadow and light to hold back the endless night.
Okay. You remember Ed Sheeran in Game of Thrones?
Yes.
So this was my inspiration. I was like,
Okay.
Make like a very analog sounding.
I didn't know if you were watching the new Game of Thrones and you were feeling inspired.
Oh no, I heard terrible things, so I'm staying out of it.
Wait, from who? I just caught up with it. It's great. You heard wrong.
Really?
You heard wrong.
Okay.
Maybe the first 2 episodes maybe it takes a little bit to get into, but the last like 2 episodes have been wild.
Oh shit. Okay.
Like, Game of Thrones season 1 vibes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just like crazy stuff happening. It's good. Anyways,
you know what? You were right about Alien Earth and the studio. So your
also the whole season, the episodes
legit.
are like 35, 40 minutes, and the whole season ends next week. It's like 6 episodes, so it's pretty short.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
give
not
it
a big commitment to get into it.
Okay, I have a recommendation for you.
Yeah.
Predator Badlands.
Okay, I gotta watch that. Yeah, I know it's on streaming now. I missed it in theaters.
Okay,
good. Yeah, all right. For me, that one was like, whatever. That's okay. Let's play this next one because this one was like, what do you say?
Wait, Joey.
What?
You're taking the technology for granted. It's doing voice. You know how hard it is to do voice like that?
That's right.
Okay, all right, let's go.
All right, next one.
Joey and Addy on the airwaves, talking about the future that tech saves. AI's making all the movies now, trying to figure it all out somehow. It's a digital world going faster. We're all just hoping it's not a disaster. Yeah, it's just a noise in my headphones. Denoised in my headphones.
It's at least as good as Blink 182.
Yeah, maybe it's not sure. What was your input for that?
Dude, this is crazy that it interpolated what we do on the podcast because I just said make a song about Joey and Addy doing a podcast. I didn't say anything about filmmaking or AI. And it's literally nothing else. I don't know how I figured it out.
Do you use Gemini a lot or no? Because I'm wondering if Gemini's memory, just had some other previous context saved.
No.
Okay.
That was a brand new session. Yeah. It's bizarre, but yeah, kind of creepy.
Huh. Wow. All right. All right. That makes it. The song itself was whatever, but now knowing that you didn't really give it much context is
yikes.
Is weirder.
It is sentient after all.
All right. World models.
That Anthropic CEO was right, man. I mean, like what he said, like we don't know if cloud is sentient or not. That's kind of a scary thing to say.
What if it just sings a song? It's like, help me, I'm trying to escape.
What if it just pretends to be dumb, right? Like that's what we all fear. Like ASI or AGI is already here. The models just pretend to be dumb.
Until we all connect our open claws to the internet and then it's like, strike.
Yeah, it's sophisticated. It knows when to attack, of course. Yeah, it has strategy. All
right, you got one last one that you made for me.
Oh, yeah. This is a nod to Joey's Miami heritage.
Joey anda en Miami, siente la presión, listo pa' la noche, sube la emoción, en la disco rompe con su flow, con su visión, disfrutando de la vida sin moderación. Oye, Joey en Miami, la noche es de él, con el ritmo en las venas se siente fiel, en la arena bailando bajo un cielo de miel, en Miami Joey se siente fiel.
Do you speak Spanish?
I was going to say, if I spoke Spanish, I could maybe get better assessment.
I bet you got bizarre details of your life spot on if you translate that.
Let me try to translate it later. But the thing that I thought was really funny was there one part of the song it went, Joey and Miami. This is, because you've sent me this before and I listened to it, it reminded me of this issue that would happen at Starbucks if I went to like Hialeah Starbucks or Doral.
They call you Yoyi?
This is how they spell my
Dude, the fact that this model got that right, that's creepy.
So if you're just listening to context, well, first off, in Spanish, the J could sound like a Y sound. So if it's like a very Spanish area, I'll get my name pronounced Yoey. And the Starbucks cup spelled it Yowi.
The W is just the best. Yeah.
Yoey.
Yoey.
So, yeah, I did really enjoy that from the song that it got that part.
Awesome. Hey, it sounded like Daddy Yankee-ish, kind of.
It seems like it keeps failing when I try to give it just the thumbnail of denoised, but I had one song, so I gave it a slide deck from an old Notebook LM session when I was researching for like our ComfyUI episode and just sort of a denoising and images in general. So I kind of just gave it the explainer video of how AI makes images, and then I didn't give it, I just gave it the video of the deck, and then that was the prompt. So let me play what that made.
You had to give it the most boring thing, didn't you?
This is exciting stuff.
We've covered all these different components: diffusion, UNets, VAEs, text encoders, and it can feel a little abstract. But this isn't just theory. There are tools that let you see this entire process visually. What if you could actually connect these pieces yourself like an old school switchboard for your own creativity?
It sounds like a Disneyland ride.
It sounds like a Disneyland ride, or it sounded like the intro of a song, or the intro of a keynote speech that would have been in like Silicon Valley.
Yeah. Gavin Belson's company, yes.
I don't want anyone to make the world a better place than we do. Better than whatever the line was. I wish that show would come back.
I know that they really need to. Yeah. Hopefully, I mean, Netflix is so good at like buying other IP and then just bringing it back to life.
Resurrecting it. Yeah, that one is just feels like, especially with everything going on now, there's just so much material. Now is the time. All right. Well, that was a fun ending. Yeah, I mean, for me, this feels like the Gemini music thing kind of feels like Sora 2, where it's just like, this is just like fun meme songs, like nothing that I would put in production right now.
Yeah, I mean, like the big question looms is like, is it commercially safe? If you generate the track, do you own it? And like some of the enterprise stuff that needs to be legally worked out. And knowing Google, I think they're already thinking along those lines. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of Lyria generated music on your deck or on your video on your pitch in the future, because it's all built into Google Slides, Google Docs, and so on.
Yeah, I mean, we're using this now in Gemini, but like to your point, I could see this easily being something where you like make a slide in Google Slides, and then it's like, hey, you want some like background music for this? And then you don't even know it's called Lyria. You're just like, yeah, make music. And then it's like, okay, cool.
Right.
And it's just like going to be another hidden product in their product line.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cool. Good place to wrap it up.
We haven't gotten a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts in a long time. It's been months. Please give us one, and it'll help us more than you know.
Yeah, I think we're doing YouTube's probably our biggest platform, and so we do get a lot of comments there, and we appreciate all the comments. But if you're feeling generous, going over to Apple or Spotify and leaving a review there is super helpful for it to get some more reach over on those platforms. Thanks for everything we talked about at denoised.podcast.com. Thanks again for watching. We'll catch you in the next episode.